Haven't made a video in quite some time. Uh, I made one little short thing a few minutes ago for a tarot card reading that I made. That was pretty amazing. That I'd never seen before, or even thought. But anyway, there's been a lot going on since the last time I made a video. I'm hoping the world's waking up to what the fuck's been going on. I'm hoping people are finally going to start calling for true justice to be done. I'm just hoping that people are going to start seeing that following this way that they've pushed their agenda is not the way we should be going, and we need to change. I'm hoping real soon. There's a lot of people that is waking up, but there's a whole lot that's not. The people that's not just wants to get their paychecks on Friday and get their latest device. They want to bitch and complain about their high prices of stuff, and they want to watch the sinking of the Titan, the submarine that went down to the Titanic and imploded. They want to look at the fucking just dumb shit that they're pushed for you to look at. I mean, they're not saying the real shit. I mean, they want to push Trump's document keeping of his documents, and now they're pushing somewhat for the keeping of the documents Biden did, and the bullshit with, I mean, they keep talking about that, but they're not saying straight up. I mean, people aren't up at arms about the money that they took in, Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, all that money that they took in from China. And for what? For the treasonous shit that they're done. For the selling out of our country. For the shape that we're in now is because of the shit that they fucking did and have done and probably still doing. Selling out our country. For what? For little money in their bank. I mean, a lot of money, whatever. Either way, you're destroying the entire world for this. You're pushing an agenda for democracy, which our country was founded as a republic. We are a republic. This democratic shit is there, and it's all bullshit anyway. It's a two-party system that is just completely wrong. It's all under one anyway. They're all being ruled by the corporations, the elite, whatever you want to see them as. It doesn't matter. It's all, they all have their agenda that they're being pushed and they're being paid. I mean, our own president's been told when they tried to seek out stuff about the corporations and all the alien shit and the technologies that they have, they was told that they don't have a need to know. How the fuck? How is our president not have a need to know? He's the most powerful man in the world. Are you fucking kidding me? And this was back in the 50s, in the 40s. You know, and it's went downhill ever since, even more and more. So, I mean, if people ain't waking up to see the shit that this fucking country has done and is the shit that we're in right now, well, they're going to end up doing what the fucking Georgia Guidestones plotted out and straight up said to us all. I mean, that's they put it out there for you to see. They put it out there for you to see. And then if y'all don't wake the fuck up and everybody start doing something to get this shit straightened out, well, the Georgia Guidestones said it straight up. They need to reduce the population down to 500 million by the year 2030. Well, we're a little over 8 billion right now, so that's 7.5 billion people out of 8 billion people that needs to die, and they're pushing that. They're gonna They're going to make that happen if we just sit back and let them keep doing their thing. Keep worrying about your paychecks. Keep worrying about the latest iPhone that come out. You know, keep worrying about all this stupid shit that they trying to push for you to worry about. Keep worrying about your racism, your transgender shit. Keep worrying about your fucking high prices of fucking shit. Who gives a fuck? Quit worrying about it, man. I quit work because of all this shit going on and all the shit that I was learning. But then 3 months later, I had this accident that's put me in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. So now I'm completely out of work. I'm been turned down twice for disability. My power's been cut off in my house 2 days ago. So I've been without power, and I've reached out to every single place that claims to do help for that. Community Actions only does 200 per year, and they've already helped me with 200, so I can't reach back out to them until December 21st. This is July the 7th. So I can't reach back out to them for another 6 months, 6.5 months. Social services, you have to be over 60 or declared disabled, which I'm fighting my disability to get my disability now. And if I had disability, I wouldn't need their fucking help for electric, because I would be getting my disability check, which would pay for my rent and pay for my electric, and hopefully enough left over to get me, because I like to smoke tobacco, yeah. So that'd be the end of that per month. But either way, I get a free phone. They gave me this free phone just as soon as I got out of my other phone. Surprise, surprise. How does that happen? They don't give free nothing. But they gave me a free phone. Yeah. You don't find that funny that they give you a free phone? They don't give free nothing. Well, they want to make sure they have every syllable that comes out of my mouth. They want to have that. They want to have how it sounds, what I say. They want to have how this brain thinks. They want to have it all. They want that. They want that. They want to see where you go, what you do. They want to see all of it. They got to have that. They got to have that. That's why I got a free phone just as soon as my account with my phone got cut off. I was happy to throw that phone away and I'm done with it, you know what I mean? But no, they sent me a free phone. And now here I am on YouTube daily, all day, every day, just looking at fucking videos. They don't care what I look at, because they look at it like I've got no influence, I've got no power to stop anything. There's nothing I can do, so they would rather have the information on me than worry about what I can do against them, because I can't do shit, right? Well, I've done a lot of research, and I know what comes after this body passes away, and I know what's in the other realms, and I'd say you're fucked. I hate to say it, but that would be my guess. But if we don't do something quick, this world's, we don't want to see, I don't want to see this death. I don't want to see all this just for the reset. For what? I heard a politician, it's been a few years ago, I heard a woman politician straight up say that when someone asked him, why are you doing all this stuff? And she said, we want to bring Jesus back. This is at a time when I was doing a lot of research because of my cancer and I found out about Doug Coe, and they was going around to all the rulers in the world, all the presidents, everyone who has any influence in the world, and they would take this little book that they cut down about Jesus to just a few pages, and basically it said, do what you want to do, and on your deathbed, make sure that you repent, make sure that you ask Jesus to forgive you, and that you'll be good. And some power that they had over these people, they all listened, and they all fell in line, and they all agreed and did heinous things, all for their agenda. for them to push this agenda that we've had. Look him up. His name's Doug Coe. He was one of the first ones to get all this shit going in this direction. And I do believe he probably had something with him, like some technology that helps to influence people's thinking in a way that they wanted. Pretty sure. And they got it now, too. They've got a lot. Look at DARPA. Look at HARP. Look at, and there's so much shit for you to look at. You just fucking, nobody's waking up to see it, though. Nobody gives a fuck. They care about what gas prices are affecting them, and the food prices are affecting them. Keep worrying about the prices so much. Wait till you see what the fuck's, how they're being made and what they're putting in it. You know? By the time y'all fucking finally do wake up, is it going to be too late? Is it going to be too late? Is it already too late? Because it could be already too late. But y'all keep on not waking up. No. Wait till this world is so bad a shape and their agenda's been fulfilled so much that, yeah, your great-grandchildren, your grandchildren, they're going to have to pay them for the air they breathe, which they've already got it started. They've already started that. They're killing cows in Netherlands for because of CO2 emissions. CO2 emissions. CO2 is what we breathe out. We suck in oxygen. We blow out CO2. So does the cow. So does all life. All of it. Well, all animal life. Plants is the opposite. They breathe in the CO2 and they breathe out oxygen. So it sounds like a pretty good fucking system the way it already, God has it, right? But no, they want to kill off and reduce CO2 emissions, which is fucking ridiculous. Because just look it up. I don't know. I'm not going into a certain subject right now, except the overall. People need to wake the fuck up. Look for yourself, man. Wake up and look at what I just said. Research. You'll find it. You'll see how bad as shit that we're in. And if we don't fucking do something pretty damn quick, we're fucked. Our kids are going to be paying them for the oxygen they breathe. Do you want your grandkids to have to pay them for that? Is that what you want? Wake the fuck up, people. This is a beautiful planet, man. This is a beautiful planet. And this is one of the greatest schools that they've ever put out anywhere in the whole fucking multiverse, period. And that's what they all have said, and that's what I do believe. This is one of the greatest schools that there is. And everybody wants to believe about if you look into it, like as deep as I have, all the pain and suffering that we go through is for the lessons that we're here to learn, for us, our soul to evolve to higher levels. And then, I believe once you complete it here, you don't have to come back and keep doing this. You can go do something else, whatever that may be, whatever you want, whatever you like. But it's a beautiful planet, man. If we keep sitting around and following their dumbass agenda, it's going to be too late. We're going to be screwed. I'm trying right now real hard to understand the becoming whole, becoming completely whole. I hope that I've already done my dark work in other lives, past lives, that I don't have to fucking do anymore. I've done enough bullshit in this life to regret a lot of the shit that I've done, and I hope that I don't do any more in my next life or the life after. I hope there is no more after this. Hopefully I awaken. I'm really hoping that I awaken in this life. I don't want to have to come back and do more pain and suffering. I want to create. I want to be a factor. I want to be a real, true help. I want to be a teacher, a master, an ascended. I want to be something way better than having to deal with pain and suffering. Maybe come back and be a guardian angel at the very, whatever I can do. I want to do something better. I want to do something else. I'm in a wheelchair now because of fucking motorcycle wreck. And I got nobody helping me now. I've got nobody takes me to the grocery store. I went 2 months drinking tap water because I didn't have water and I didn't have groceries. I've got canned food. I was eating canned foods. And finally somebody took me. That's been almost 5 weeks ago now. And ain't nobody took me since. Rolled myself down 3 times to the grocery store in the wheelchair, and it's hard because it's downhill getting there and uphill coming back, and I'm coming back with groceries, so that's fucking tough. And the last time, which was a few days ago, well, I decided I was going to walk down there with my crutches. It was easier getting back with a backpack full of water on my back, but once I got home, my legs started hurting, and the whole next day it hurt so bad I didn't go outside of my house at all, none. I was inside the next whole day hurting real bad, and the third day it finally started easing. I started getting better, and yeah, I hope I don't have to do that again. That really sucked. But then they cut my lights off on me, and so now I got my lights off, and now all these places that supposed to help. I mean, you got adult protective services with social services, but yeah, you got to be 60 years old or disabled, and I told them I'm disabled, but I have to be disabled through disability. But like I said, if I've got disability coming, I would have enough money coming in to pay my electric bill, pay my rent. I'm 13 months behind on rent, by the way. 13 months. I owe almost $8,000 to my landlord. He's a really good guy. He's not kicked me out yet, you know. And he's actually just sent me a text while I'm talking here, if y'all heard it. That was a text from him saying, Tuesday I've got a doctor's appointment for x-rays for the disability, and then next Saturday I have to go see the disability doctor at a different hospital for his determination on whether I should get it or not. And hopefully he's going to say yes. I'm pretty sure he is. I'm never going to walk normal again without crutches or wheelchair. And even with crutches, I need to get one of them special shoes because my right leg's almost 3 inches shorter than my left one, and it only bends like this much. It don't go like this. It goes from about here to there, like that. And it hurts all my knee, up my hip, down in the middle of my freaking shin. It pops. The way you pop your joints, no, it pops in the middle of my shin. All day long, too. Every 2 minutes I can pop it. Pop, pop, pop. You got a lot of metal they put in there. Left and right leg, both of them. Metal all through my fucking legs that they decided they gonna put in there. They woke me up during my operation. They woke me up to have me sign something and then put me back to sleep so they could go ahead and do it. Does that stand up in court? I mean, you woke me up out of anesthesia. Here, sign this. Does that really stand up in court? I don't see how, and if it does, well, good luck to you, because it doesn't stand up in my court. There's a few things I've learned since doing all this research, man. All y'all people that goes into the military, y'all are fucking up. Y'all are fucking up. First thing they do is brainwash you. They make you think that you got to listen to your superiors, you got to take orders, you got to do all this, that, and the other. And you need to realize before you go in there, the whole purpose is they're making killing machines. That's what they do. That's what it's for. Killing machines. And our defense, by the way, is not defense. It's offense. We go and destroy and we kill. And look it up. Fucking look up. Start with Doug Coe if you really want. That's because it all comes from the government. Look up Doug Coe and start there. Look at all the fucking heinous shit that they've done from the inception, from the beginning. from starting way back, even before the Catholic Church. But the Catholic Church is really what started it, set it all, the true evil off. This is where Satan comes from. Do your research, man. Start doing your research. But at the very least, research what's going on today and how they're pushing the agendas of the elites, and we're so stupid we've been following along with them and giving them what they want. If you want your grandchildren, your great grandchildren and all, to pay them for the oxygen that they breathe, then you keep on doing what you're fucking doing, because that's where it's gonna head to. It's where it's going to. That's what's gonna happen. This movie that Jim Caviezel, I think I mispronounced his name, but it's something like that. It's fucking awesome. He's an awesome dude. The movie that he just put out, saying quite a bit about the fucking sex trafficking of children that they do, and that's just he put it. Look at him online and the stuff that he talks about, because he sells it straight up, man. I've done a lot of research on this stuff. The movie only scratches the surface of the fucking whole thing, because they didn't want to put it all out in a movie, because they probably, people, I don't know, they're not ready for the whole in-depth of all that. Adrenochrome, look it up. Look that up. That's where they really going with that. But they only put in the movie about sex trafficking, pedophiles wanting sex with children. That's all they wanted, right? No, it goes quite a bit deeper than that. I mean, seriously deeper than that. Epstein's Island. Go to Rumble and look at the shit that they have on Epstein's Island. They have photos of people. Actors went into the room where they have the security monitors and took a picture of stuff that was going on there at the time, and it's pretty heinous shit that was happening when she took those pictures, and it's on Rumble. You can see it for yourself. It's really heinous shit that went on. Every person that was shown that to go to Epstein's Island needs to be snatched up, put in a fucking cell under the ground for the rest of their life, never to get out. Yeah, we need to do away with any death penalties. The death penalty is crock shit. All right, the death penalty is a quick and easy way out. That's all it is. You let someone get the death penalty and then they get to go quick. That's fucking mercy. That's great. What we need is to make them live as long as they can, locked away in a fucking cell. That is true torture right there. That's the worst that you're going to give to anybody. Trust me, I've done a lot of time in prison, and that's the worst that you're going to do. If I ever get in trouble for anything again, they decide to put me in jail, I'd rather them go ahead and just cut my head off right then and there. Because that's showing, that is mercy. And the people that's fighting for the abortion fucking thing, dude, God grants life for a reason. And anyone who aborts children, you're fucking up. You should not be aborting children. The babies are being put in the womb by God for a reason. I don't care if you're raped. I don't care how you've had that child come to be. You did it. I mean, if you wasn't raped and you're going out and you're fucking and you think, oh, I just like to fuck, and now you have a baby, oh, I can't take care of a baby. Well, too fucking bad for you. You shouldn't have been out fucking, you stupid whore. You need to fucking wake up, people. You need to wake up and start doing your research like I have. And trust me, that's all I do. That's all I've done now for over 2 years. I couldn't work anymore because of all the research that I had done in 7.5 months and all the meditation that I was doing at the time, up to 8 hours a day of meditation. I was doing some serious fucking meditation at the time, and I tried to go back to work, but I couldn't do it because I knew too much. And then once I quit last year, and I've been off ever since, it's been April, May, June, July, it's 12, 13, that's 15 months now, almost 15 months that I've been out of work and been here doing nothing but researching my ass off. Rumble, YouTube, just Google searching, just whatever. I've got books that I still read too, which I studied religion for damn near 20 years while I was locked up in prison. Every religious book I can get a hold of. Buddhism, I read a lot of self-help. I read the Bible a few times. I started the Quran a few times, but I can't read the Quran. I'm going to tell you now, the Quran is just, I can't get through that shit, man. The first 2 pages is like, nah, ain't reading this shit. Damn, no, ain't no fucking way. But all the Buddhism, Taoism, anything I can get my hands on, I read and I tried to research. Not just read, but actually do some research and try to figure things out. All that time, I never believed in God. Once I got cancer, I came home and I knew I was dying. I still didn't believe in God. I started researching with the internet in my hand. Within 2 days, watching near-death experiences. Within 2 days, oh, I know there's a God. Yes, sir, there's a God. But it's more than just near-death experiences. I'm up on physics and quantum physics. Quantum physics, they've proven. And most scientists today, if you ask them, do they believe in God? They'll say yes. Yes, I believe in God. Science has proven that intelligent design is true. Science has proven this. So, yeah, do your fucking research, people. Go with quantum physics if you can go that route. I mean, do it all though. The deeper you get into it, the better. I'm a Life Path 11 in numerology, and I believe wholeheartedly in numerology. Numerology is some real shit, and I am a Life Path 11. That is a master number. That's the first of the master numbers, and I am an 11, and it is very true. I'm a fucking empath. I can tell when someone's lying. All I got to do is hear them say the lie. I don't have to see their face. I don't have to see them. I can hear them from around the corner. I know when they're lying. I've known this for a long time. So sometimes I get what people's thinking, and their thoughts come to me, just like that. And this shit it's been my whole life, and it's fucking real. I didn't understand it, and now I do. I'm starting to understand it more and more. But the whole purpose of this video right here, right now, and I hope that this gets out to people, and not just a couple people, but a lot of people. Wake the fuck up, man. Wake up. Do your own research. You got the fucking internet right there in your hand. If I say something you don't believe, you think I'm a fucking crazy or whatever the fuck you think, pick up your fucking internet and search for yourself. Once you start, there's strands that's going to come to you to start pulling it this way and that way, and go looking at this and that and the other. Start with aliens. I don't give a fuck what you start with, man. Start with something, but just start looking. And by the time you get done and you see all the heinous shit that our government's done, the CIA, the NSA, the FBI, the DOJ, the DOD, fuck, man, do I need to keep going? All the FDA, the fucking the WEF is definitely a big part of all this shit. What is the health organization? Get them out of there, man. Get them the fuck out of there. You know, our doctors don't even treat us as patients anymore. They treat symptoms, and they're bound by this bullshit fucking organization that basically, if they don't listen to them, they get fucking fired and get thrown out. And these bitchin' doctors are more interested in their own paychecks and their own jobs than they are in your health and your life. They don't give a fuck about your life. They give a fuck about your health. All they care about is their jobs, their livelihoods. They follow protocol now. Yeah, they follow the protocols that they fucking tell them they have to follow. And if they say anything, much less, treat some patient the way that the patient asked to be treated, but if they go out and say anything, put out a video on YouTube or whatever, guess what happens? They get fired, they get shut down, they get shut up. And if they really fucking trying to put it out there, they can get shut completely up, as in It's happened many, many times. It's happened many times. This world has been a fucked up place, man, ever since they started trying to take control of it. And we've allowed it because we're like the dumb fucking sheep following along, following that one up front, the leader. We're fucking retards, man. We need to wake up. I've started. I hope y'all do too. If not, like I say, this is where it's going. Your great-grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren, they're going to be paying for oxygen. They're going to be paying them for oxygen. So they're still going to be where they're at up there at the fucking pinnacle. Millions and billions and trillions of dollars coming into them over and over just for sitting on their ass eating fucking lamb and the best of steaks and all the fucking shit that they want to do, they get. Adrenochrome, by the way, that's what they do. Yeah. And all the fucking little people like us working our asses off, sweating our brows off, paying into them, paying money's going on up to them, paying for our own oxygen, really. I mean, we're already paying for water. I remember when I was a kid and somebody saying something about, we're going to have to pay for water. And I said, you're fucking crazy. Well, I'll pay for water. Water is this world's made of water. This whole fucking world's got so much water. Why would I ever pay for fucking water? Yeah, I've been paying for water for quite a few years now. Yeah, been paying for water. I've been buying water. I'm scared of tap water. I'm scared of the water they sell too, and the plastic bottles that they serve it in. They're come to find out the fucking I forgot the letters for the shit that in HFA or whatever the fucking letters is. I can't remember anymore. DFA and DHA, whatever the letters are that they use for this plastic. It's all fucking heinous ass shit. They make all this shit to fucking poison us, to kill us, to keep us in bad health, to calcify your pineal gland, to keep us stupid, to keep us following along their lead, so they get to sit up there and do nothing and get millions and billions of dollars in, and they get to call the shots, and they get to eat, drink, do whatever the fuck they want to do. Adrenochrome. Look it up. Adrenochrome. Yeah, this is the things that they do. And we're just following along. Complaining about the fucking price of gas. We complain about the price of tea in China now. We complain about everything, but we keep on doing it. We just keep on doing what they want us to do. How the fuck? Pick up your internet while you still got it, because once there's enough people that come to this awakening, they're going to shut it down. They're going to shut down the grids. They're going to shut down the internet. They're going to break out their zero gravity machines. They're going to break out their ray machines. They're going to wave all their wave ray machines that they have already been working on ever since Tesla began way back in the 1800s. Tesla was he was probably the smartest man that's ever lived, at least in our time. Not the ancient people, but in our time, he's probably the smartest man that's ever lived. He's probably the most connected. I mean, he way surpasses Newton. He way surpasses Einstein. Was just a swollen head motherfucker that everybody thinks was so fucking great. This man thought he was coming close to the theory of everything. Are you fucking kidding me? The theory of everything. Do you know, with all their fucking machines and technologies that we have today, they've taken a picture of an atom. You know what it looks like? The best picture that they have, period. It looks like a blurry little fucking sphere of fucking color. I mean, blurry as fuck. That's the best picture that they've gotten of an atom. And there's things that make the atom, so there's a lot of stuff way down inside of that. But yet, with that, the best picture that they've taken, we see a blurry ass sphere of color. That's it. That's all we see. And yet we know all so much. And even back then, Einstein didn't even get to see with the pictures that we got today. But yet he thought he was coming up with a theory of everything. And people still today, oh, he was a genius. He was so smart. Y'all motherfuckers. People need to wake the fuck up, man. People need to wake the fuck up. There's a lot more things in heaven and earth that's in your philosophy. I'm telling you that now. And you can believe me, you can think I'm crazy, I don't give a fuck, dude. But I am telling you straight up, you better believe this. If you don't fucking start doing your research and you don't wake up for yourself and start seeing that we need to make a change, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, they're going to be paying up that fucking ladder to the rich, to the elites. They're going to be paying them for their fucking oxygen that they breathe. They've already knocked the middle class down to be the low class. They've knocked the poor completely out to be homeless. They're working on me now. I'm just so lucky that my landlord has not put me out of here yet, even though 13 months behind on rent, that's a long fucking time. Now they got my lights cut off and ain't nobody helping me to cut them back on. They've denied me my disability 3 times, or 2 times. This is the 3rd right now, which I'm fighting to get, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have to give it to me. I mean, I'm in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. This is for the rest of my life right here. This is for the rest of my life right here. Yeah. And I got nobody helping me. Nobody taking me to the grocery store. Nobody gives a fuck. And, yeah, if they put me out of here, all this property that I've spent all my money on, which I made a lot of money as a truck driver. I was making a lot of money, but I don't like money, and I spent it as soon as I got it. I had some fun. I bought stuff. I thought, fuck, man, in 2 or 3 years, I was going to have enough money to buy my own land, my own house. Fuck. Right there at the beginning, I was buying things. You know, that speaker back there behind me, there's another one over here on this side. It's a 2-speaker set. Each one of those speakers is 1,800 watts. It's a PA system. And I got it hooked into my stereo, which also has a bunch of other speakers. I got a fucking stereo system, man. I got fucking big screen TV. I got the Xbox. I got 2 TVs here in my living room. I mean, I got a lot of shit. But anyway, that's not the point. I spent money stupidly instead of using it from the beginning because I was making so much. Fuck, dude, I was splurging. And, but now, here I am. I'm going to lose it all if I get put out of here because I got nowhere to take it. Got no way to take it. I couldn't even do it myself if I wanted to. I mean, how am I going to wheel myself in a wheelchair with a 75-inch TV? You know? I could carry that TV before by myself. I'm 6'6", and I'm a big fucking strong man. I've always been. But I could have carried that TV. I did carry that TV when I brought it home. 75-inch Hisense. How am I going to do it now in a wheelchair? You know, I can't pack this shit up. I can't nowhere for it to go. Nobody helping me. Nobody gives a fuck about me. It's part of my life path. I know that because I haven't been a bad guy in my life. I've done a few bad things. Momentary bad things. But I'm not a bad guy. I'm a really good fucking guy. I love strongly. I don't kill spiders. I had a baby bird the other day that I picked up, and I tried to get it back to its nest, but I couldn't get up in the tree, so I made a nest at the bottom of the tree, and there was sticks and stuff that I put over and grass inside, and I put him in there. Damn, walked away and got to the top of the hill and turned around and looked, and damn if he ain't done come out and was trying to get back to try to fly again. He wasn't ready for flying. I doubt he went back to that nest at the end, because it was almost dark when this happened, and I wasn't gonna chase him down again. Fuck that. I had to chase him down the first time. And that shit made my leg hurt. I was out there on crutches trying to work on crutches. But anyway, I did what I could for it. You know what I mean? I did what I could. And I'll do anything that I can for anybody who asks me. That's just the way I am. And I've been that way for a long time. I've been an honest person for a long time. Thank my grandma for that. I love you, Granny. She, every single day she was alive, I heard her say how much she hates liars. And I grew up not being a liar. I'm not a liar. I'm an open book. I tell everybody everything about me. I don't give a fuck what it is. The worst of it, the very worst of it, I'll tell you. I ain't got no problem telling you. And I'm still very mistaken and very hated or misjudged, I guess. People misjudge me. They judge me wrongly. And part of it's the way I come off on people, because I'm not good with people. I understand that. They take what I say as meaning something that they decide, and that, oh, you said something crazy. But that's not how I meant it. It's just the way they took it. And now they're judging me because they're misjudging my words. And it's part of my life path, man. It's part of my life path. I got children out there. They don't have nothing to do with me. My mother left me when I was 2, traded me to my father for his car, and she ain't never cared nothing about me. She had another boy later too, a couple years later, and gave him up for adoption. Straight up adopted him out to a different family. At least I had my father's parents that took me in, you know what I mean? Or else I'd have been an adopted baby too. She didn't want me. She didn't want no kids, man. And this is just my life path. This is what was meant to be for me. I'm a life path 11. My wavelength is hard to take. It's really hard to take. People come within my aura, my energy field, and it fucks them up. It fucks them up good. And then on top of that, I'm an honest person. People don't like that. People like to be lied to. If a woman asks you if she's fat, she wants you to say, yeah, no, you're not fat. You're beautiful, baby. Ask me if you're fucking fat. You're about to get your feelings hurt. Shit. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the fucking truth, man. I don't give a fuck. That's just the way I am. And I can sniff a lie out just as soon as it comes out of your fucking mouth. And I'm quick to let you know you're a fucking liar. I'm quick to let you know that you're wrong. Look it up. Look it up. You got the fucking internet right there in your hand. All the knowledge that's in this fucking head, I ain't got to look most of it up, because, I'm done looked shit up, studied shit. That's all I've cared about since I was 20 years old is knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. And this is before the internet. This is before the shit came out. 20 years old, man, it was right when I got locked up, was right around the time they was coming out with the internet. And I wanted knowledge, so I was reading books. I've read so many fucking books, man. I'm well read. I mean, I've read everything from Dante's Inferno and Homer's Iliad and Odyssey to Charles Dickens' fucking Tale of Two Cities and Tolstoy's Anna Karenina. I mean, I've read all these fucking books, and so many religious books and self-help books, and man, you wouldn't believe it if you've seen the list of all the shit that I've read in actual book form, like read like that and studied like that. And now here I am with the internet in my fucking hand. Oh shit, that's really got me fucked up, because I go from one thing to the next, and that's all I do all day, every day. That's all the fuck I do. And I'm telling you some good shit, man. If you don't start waking up and looking for yourself, our fucking grandkids are going to be paying for oxygen they breathe. You not fucking hear that? If you don't care, Keep doing what you're doing. Keep worrying about the latest fucking iPad. Keep worrying about your latest, you getting your better car, making your fucking payments on your fucking. They keep worrying about the fucking the debt, the U.S. debt, the U.S. debt. Why the fuck are you so worried about the U.S. debt for? What the fuck? Do we not make enough shit inside our own country to where we really could say, you know, fuck y'all. I don't really need your shit. I don't need your fucking nothing. We got enough stuff right here that we can make our own clothes. We can make our own housing. We can make our own vehicles. We can make our own whatever we need to live. We can make it all right here. So y'all want to fucking shun us or say fuck us because we can't pay you right now this whatever debt we owe. You know what I mean? Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Who fucking gives a fuck about the debt? Y'all fucking worrying about our debt that we owe them? Really? You got homeless people on the street that is just, they're having a hard life, man. They're having a hard fucking life. They ain't never cared about them having a hard life. They ain't never cared about the African babies that was skinny as I don't know what, with a fly on their lip, not eating, had no way to eat. They didn't ever care about them, even though they put them on your TV for you to see and ask you to give them money. But they didn't care about them. They didn't do nothing to help them. And the money that you gave into them, guess what? They went into their pockets. Yeah, it went into the fucking Rothschilds' pockets and the fucking... It went into their pockets. That's where that money went. It never made it to those starving little babies. And it's not making it to the Black Lives today. That went into buying mansions for the motherfuckers that started that shit. And the motherfucking Rothschilds and the ones that really are in charge, well, they didn't want that come back to them. They started it. But they didn't want that to come back to them. So they got black people to start it. And then the money that came to the Black Lives Matter shit went to them. And they the ones that went and bought mansions. While the whole time the Rothschilds and the people that's really in charge are sitting back laughing. It didn't come back to us because we didn't take none of that money. We let them keep the money. They bought their own shit and their own mansions. And now it's coming back on them. And we... Oh, that's their whole fucking, that's their whole agenda. That's their whole agenda. And y'all are so stupid to be falling into it. They don't give a fuck about our fucking poor on the street, man. They don't care about you're hungry. They don't care that my lights are off. And by the way, the past 2 days they're claiming has been the hottest days on record ever. The past 2 days my lights have been off. Tell me, is that a coincidence? I'm sure it's a coincidence. Well, I don't believe in coincidence and haven't for quite a while. Ever since I started getting signs, which while I was meditating 8 hours a day, some days, mostly 3 hours a day, 2 to 3 hours a day. But some days, 8 hours a day I'd meditate. And I was getting signs. I was getting signs from everywhere. And when that happened, it come to me. There is no coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence. There is no coincidence. You don't have to believe me. Pick up your fucking internet and do your research. You're going to find out for yourself. All the shit that I'm telling you, I don't lie. Thank you, Granny. I don't lie. All my kids, hopefully y'all see this video. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I wish y'all would fucking get all the stuff that I'm saying and let it get through to you. Come see me. Come listen to what I have to say. Listen to what I have to tell, because I've done a lot of research. That's all I fucking do ever. That's all I do every day. I don't look at twerking bitches. I don't look at fucking funny cat. I look at some comedy sometimes. I like stand up. Dave Chappelle, fucking funny ass dude. I love him. But I don't do a lot of it. Most of the shit that I do is edutainment. That's what they call it now. Edutainment. I watch fucking educational videos and pack this motherfucking noggin with good, factual shit. I know about quantum physics. I know about string theory. I know about the elemental table of elements now that is pretty amazing. And there's another thing that just proves what idiots we are. I mean, it shows that humankind knows nothing, even though we're so smart and all the shit that we know. I heard it said that the periodic table of elements is a chart of every element in the universe. There's all of them. We have them all right here on this table. There is no others. But yet we live in this one little planet, in this one little solar system, in this one galaxy, where there's trillions of galaxies out there, all over, and we ain't been to none, but yet we have every element that's out there, anywhere, right here on this one table of elements. And we're coming up with a theory of everything because we have it all right here. Well, I'll tell you what, once we make it to the very end of the fucking universe, not the multiverse, just the universe, just this one little universe, once we make it to the end of that and we've checked out along the way this planet and this star and that sun and that black hole and that planet, then when we get to the end of it, and then when we turn around and say, all right, we ain't found no new elements, then I might believe that we have every element on our periodic table of elements. You know what I mean? But until then, shut your fucking mouth, you fucking retard. You fucking retarded son of a bitch. How the fuck you gonna say we have every element on this one table of 118 elements when we can't even... Oumuamua come through and fucked everybody up. Fucked everybody up. They don't know whether it's a fucking alien spacecraft or if it's a fucking some kind of painted comet that gets slows down and speeds up thanks to the sun's rays hitting it from a certain angle. That's one angle, it slows it down. On the other angle, it speeds it up. You know? It shows how stupid we are. And yet they're talking and have been talking the theory of everything for a long time. How fucking retarded are we? Really? And y'all just believe in it? What else do y'all believe? I mean, sounds to me like we believed a whole lot. People out there destroying, or were out there destroying statues and monuments that we erected for our founding fathers, because now we're being told something completely different than we were told growing up. And now we believe that instead because they're telling us that instead of that. But before we was believing what they was telling us, and now they're telling us something different, so we're believing now what they're telling us now. But who fucking knows what the truth is, man? You just gonna believe what they're telling you at the moment. Why? What the fuck is wrong with you? You want real knowledge? Go find facts. Once you find facts, start meditating. Alright? This is where true knowledge comes from. Meditation. You meditate and you connect with the divine. Once you connect with the divine, that's when you get true knowledge. This is where your real knowledge comes from above. There's the life-giving light, consciousness that comes from God, comes to you, gives you life. That's what gives you life. It comes straight from source. They can't lie to you when it comes from source. Nobody can. Only source can. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't lie. Pretty sure he doesn't lie. The one that is source, that's the one that some people say God, some people call universe, some people call consciousness. Pretty sure he doesn't lie. Yeah. And if he does, then this is all just one big lie any fucking way. So who gives a fuck? Go ahead and keep fucking doing what you're doing, and let your grandchildren pay for the air they breathe. And let's keep paying the Rothschilds to be our superiors. And keep going into the military and calling people your superiors. You have no superiors, people. There's nobody anywhere in the universe. Not even the first of the 7 that was made from source. They are not your superiors. No one is your superiors. That life-giving source gave you life straight from them, from him. You have no superiors. But keep on running into the military to get your life straightened out. Let them brainwash you and call them superiors. And let them follow their superiors all the way up that ladder, all the way up to the Rothschilds. And keep paying them. They're probably draconian any fucking way. They're probably lizard people. They're probably aliens. Who knows? Who fucking knows? Where's my tinfoil hat? I need to put that on while I'm talking like this. Who gives a fuck if they're alien, if they're human, if they're fucking what they are? No one is your superior. You are no one's superior. I can't hear myself talk, man. They're cutting grass out here, and I can't even hear myself talk anymore. But I went far enough. The whole point is we need to wake up. If y'all want to keep going, worry about your next iPad, worry about your paycheck on Friday. If you want to keep on until your grandkids are paying for fucking oxygen, just keep on doing it. Keep going to work. What is it, Monday through Friday? I used to pull 12-hour shifts. That's before I got my trucking job. My trucking job, once I got my own truck, my whole life was my work. My whole life was my work. But before that, working to get to that point, I was working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day for Tyson Foods, and then Harvest Consumer Products, and then Gatorade only worked 4 days a week, 12 hours a shift. But the other two, I worked 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. Yeah. Just to try to work myself up to owning my own truck. And then once I owned my own truck, I lived my job. My whole job was. My life was my whole job. That was all day, every day. On Friday or Saturday, whatever my last day of the week was, that I was going to shut down for the weekend, wherever I was, and I just pulled into that truck stop. For the next 2 days, I was going to be parked right there where I park at. And I was going to be living in my truck, showering in that truck stop, eating out of that truck stop, doing whatever I do right there out of that truck stop. That was my whole life. 6 days a week, though, I drove 11 hours a day. The other 3 hours of work day, I worked, or whatever I did before work. 14-hour days is what I worked, at least according to their schedule, the regulations that I had to follow. You know, I worked it because I was working my ass off to make that money until I got cancer. And then I started researching. And research has led me to where I'm at today, to where I know a lot. I know enough to where I'm not paying another tax to them. They're not going to take none of my money to fucking fund their war machine. You need to look it up, man. Our defense is not defense whatsoever. They've done some heinous shit. Look at Dreamland. Look at Bluebeam. That's coming. They probably already started that. I know they've already started it. They ain't thinking to it. I know they've already started Bluebeam. They've used quite a bit of it. And to make sure that y'all might, hopefully anybody that listens might understand this. When we have an alien invasion, it's not an alien invasion. That's our superiors. Our superiors that everybody All y'all motherfuckers in the military want to talk about your superiors. That's your superiors that's causing this. It's not my superiors, it's your superiors. I don't like getting angry anymore. I'm an angry man. I get angry very easy. I don't want to get angry anymore. So I'm just letting you know, I mean, all this shit that I'm talking about is all real. It's all fucking 100% real. Pick up your internet while you still have it. And go look, go start researching. If everybody stopped working today and said, fuck that, they would be forced to make a change pretty quick. Now, whether that change would be blowing shit up and killing people off, or whether that change would be, we're losing control here and we're not ready to kill people yet, so let's give them what they want. Who knows? They probably blow people up instead of fucking giving in to them. Who knows? But that would be a start. I mean, doing what I did and quitting, saying I'm not working no more for them, for this agenda. I know I'm going through some hard shit. I got electricity off right now. I got no electricity. 13 months behind on rent. I've been living off food stamps for the past year and some change. That's just food stamps. That's all I got coming in. I got no tobacco right now to smoke, and I've been picking up cigarette butts. And I take the cigarette butt and dump it in my pipe, and I smoke it out of my pipe. And that's the tobacco that I've been getting. And that's the only tobacco that I've been getting lately. Is I've been begging my neighbor to save her cigarette butts for me. Because I like to smoke. I really, really like tobacco. But I think I'm about to quit that because, I don't know, it feels like I'm really demeaning myself by doing that. It really does. The body is a temple. That is 100% fact. The body is the temple, and God resides in that temple. You believe that. You can believe that. He's the one that gives you life. He gives you free will to run that body. But he gives you life. You understand that? You need to understand that. The body is the temple. That is the temple. All these churches out here, they ain't no temple. The church right down the road here, they have police come by and telling homeless people that goes into their, because they got a big picnic area with a canopy and picnic tables, and a lot of homeless people would go up under there and, you know, want to hang out and sleep, stay out of the rain. No. The preacher came through one day. I was out there talking to a homeless person, and he was basically wanting to tell us to get the fuck out of there. We can't be there. But they send police around and tell the police, get rid of them. They can't be here. On church property, God's property. This is a God. They call it the Church of God. That's what they call that, the Church of God. And yet they kick the homeless off of there. They got a big sign right there at the fucking entrance that says no skateboarding, no bike riding, no trespassing of any kind, thanks to insurance purposes. Your insurance purposes. So if I go out there riding a bicycle and fall and scrape, your insurance ain't gonna pay for my scrape, huh? How many people wreck on a bicycle and then sue the church or sue the person that owns the property they wrecked on? How many times does that happen? I don't know. I don't think it happens a lot. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't sue a church, and even if they did, no jury would make the church pay for your scrape when you wrecked the bicycle, right? I don't know. Maybe they would. If they would, maybe that's the way I should have been making my money all this time instead of working my ass off to being a truck driver. Anyway, this is an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 5 minutes so far almost. Please do some research. Please try real hard. If you know any of the stuff that I've already spoke about, try to help your neighbors wake up, your kids, your mom, your dad, whoever you know, help wake them up. Because I'm seriously straight up, man. If we don't make this change, and real soon, we're not going to have it to make. It's already going to be made for us. If it ain't already too late, which it might be. If you want your children paying for the oxygen that they breathe, that's coming. It's going to happen. They already started it, man, with the CO2 bullshit. CO2 is what we breathe out. They're wanting to reduce that. They're taxing that. They're taxing that. They've already done it in the Netherlands, and now Bill Gates is trying to do it here. And look at how much property he's bought up. And he's now growing avocados. All kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. So Bill Gates, well, by the way, if anybody don't know, my dad loved Bill Gates, man. My dad really thought Bill Gates was something. Well, let me give you a little bit of Bill Gates history real quick before I go, because Bill Gates started working for Macintosh back in the day. That's Apple, right? And he started with Steve Jobs around the same time as Steve Jobs, and they basically founded that company, and or at least he got in on a very low ground level, you know, when they started, and he helped to build it from a low point to raise it up. Well, he took and stole the research that they were working on, and he fucking took it and went and started another company of his own. And yeah, he took, and there wasn't nothing they could do, because back then they didn't have all the, most things was done off of handshakes, you know. Back in them days, they didn't have as much legalese, and he probably had some rich people helping him, you know, to fucking fight so that he could keep what he stole or whatever. Who knows how it went, but he stole the research that he was working for while he was working for Macintosh, and he went and started his own company with it. And Jobs tried to get him, you know, with court and all that, but the way that it was done, he got away with it. He got away with it. So all the shit that he did, he stole. He stole his money. He stole his companies. He stole his, you know, yeah, he was there and might have been helping to work on it, but he didn't get it all by himself. He didn't do it all by himself. And all the shit that he did, he was doing while he was an employee of Macintosh. So he took his fucking shit and he went about his way. And now he's done it again. He's doing it again, in the process of doing it again. He ain't doing it with technology and computer chips and all now. Now he's doing it with land. Now he went and bought all this land from all these farmers that they pushed out, and he got all the land that he's bought on real low prices, real super fucking low prices, because all the farmers, well, they've been shit on so bad with all this fertilizer crap and the CO2 emissions and all the shit that they're pushing now to kill all these farmers. Family farmers that's had their farms for generations. I mean generations of family. And they owned all this land. And now Bill Gates done rushed in and bought up all these lands. And now he's trying to push to kill everybody else from being able to grow, cows being able to be farmed, and chickens and all that to be done, because he's getting into that field to where he wants to be the fucking head honcho of agriculture. He wants to be the man, you know. And now that he owns a shit ton of that land to be the man, be in a good position to start that, kill them off real quick so they all look to him. In which, by the way, whatever the shit that he was talking about, eating bugs, we ought to be able to eat bugs. Moses, you know, ate bugs. He ate locusts and honey. That's what he lived off of, locusts and honey. Ooh, let's go back to the land of milk and honey. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go eat locusts. Let's go back to eating locusts again. Why in the fuck would we want to go backwards? All right. Yeah, we could eat bugs. Sure we could. We could eat bugs. But why in the fuck would we want to go backwards? That's like saying, you know, I know 100% that all this is for the evolution of your soul, not your body, not your family, not your community. All of this is for the evolution of your soul. That is the life that is inside of you, the life that looks out of your eyes. It's not the eyes, it's not the brain or the skin, it's not this walking being on this planet. It's the life that gives life to this. It's what's looking out of these eyes. It's what's wondering about all the shit that's going on. And we're evolving our soul just the same way that everything else is evolving here materially. And this is all for the evolution of your fucking soul. So, why would you want to do anything to take the evolution of your soul backwards? Right? Why in the fuck would you do that? The whole point is to get closer to God with your being, with your whole being. Why would you want to step backwards? Well, if we go back to eating bugs, we're going backwards, because that's exactly what that is. Because this is evolution as well. We have evolution going on. We do evolve to our surroundings. That's proven. That's been proven. Now, that ain't the whole. So don't think that I'm talking Darwinism here, because he's fucking crazy as shit. Everything didn't start and then evolve from that going out. It's been proven. Science has proven God. That's why scientists now say that yes, they believe in God, because they have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that God is true. Intelligent design is true. Bacteria is how I understand it myself. That really drives it into my head. There's 40 parts to makes up that one little spinner thing that's on the bacteria that makes it move. And that spinner is pretty amazing. But it couldn't work if even one of those 40 parts was not there. And for each one of those 40 parts, from beginning all the way up to the end, has to have a purpose that makes it do what it does. And the purpose that it makes it do could not have been made to make that next part do anything other than what it does. Every one of those parts was made, put in place, so that spinner can spin at 1,000,000 RPMs. 1,000,000. And it stops dead still. Don't only just stop dead still, but it goes the opposite direction, just like that. It don't fucking slow down and then start back. It's 1,000,000 RPMs, and then all at the one blink of a fucking eye, it's 1,000,000 the opposite direction. Any kind of speed like that in us, we would turn to jelly. There's nothing in us that could do that. Nothing. We would turn to jelly. But yet this little fucking thing on that little bacteria, 40 parts that makes it, was all put into place for that to do exactly that. And it couldn't have been put into place to do anything else but that. 40 parts. All right. I know I'm getting off on something I didn't want to here. But the whole point is science and scientists now say that they have proved beyond a shadow of doubt that this could not have been made through evolution. All right. So we do evolve. Birds change according to their environment. Bears change according to their environment. Humans change because of our environment. The reason I'm white, this body is white, not me, but this body. The reason why this body is white is because all my ancestors that came down that line of people that come all the way down to me, they lived up in the colder areas of this earth where it's fucking snow all the time. The same as the polar bear, where the polar bear is white. He lives up in the coldest parts of the fucking earth. That's why he's white. That's why I'm white. This is where my ancestors come from. That chain of links that made me, that I followed back. The reason why my black brother next door is black is because the chain of people that made him come from Africa, in a place where it's no snow. It's always hot. The sun's burning day in and day out, which right now I don't look very white because I've been getting sun lately. I've been going out in the sun. I'm pretty tan. I'm pretty tan right now. I'm looking pretty good. I'm happy with my skin. I'm very happy with it. But you need to understand this. We live again and again and again and again and again. We live over and over and over again. And every life, I'm not coming back to be this white man every life. I've been a black person before. I've been a Chinese person before. I've been a man. I've been a woman. I've been all these different things through each and every life. And every time it's here for a specific life lesson. All right? So, racism is bullshit. And it's out the window. It's bullshit. You don't believe me? I'm telling you. Pick up your fucking internet and start doing your own damn research. Do it for yourself. Pick it up. You'll see for yourself. Racism is bullshit. And they're just trying to divide us more because you divide and conquer. And that's exactly what they've done and they're still doing. And we're dumb enough to keep falling into their traps. And y'all just keep wanting to let it. Right now, it's a bunch of shit with the transgender. People are finally fighting back against transgender. They're not putting up with it no more. Everybody shut the fuck up and let them have a little bit of fucking parades and all this shit. And we want to let you know you're good. Live your life the way you choose. But now you've thrown it so much in our face, and you're going out there making it like it's should be a public thing. Everybody should be okay with it in public. Everybody should be following your agenda completely, 100%, no matter what. You've pushed it far enough to where people are like, you know what, man? I've had enough of this shit. And I have too. I've had enough of that. This is bullshit. I've had enough. That stops. Thank you, Bud Light. Appreciate it. Dylan Mulvaney. Thank you. You finally pushed it too far. The choir and the fucking parade singing, we're here, we're queer, and we're coming for your children. Ho ho. Thank you. Thank you. That was plenty enough to push it too far. And now it's stopping. It's stopping. If y'all want it to go back to the way it was in the 80s, because when I was a kid, there was a lot of people that was getting the shit kicked out of them for being queer when they left the queer bars. They don't do that anymore, and they haven't for a long, long time, man. People ain't been getting the shit kicked out of them. They ain't had that happen, but you act like it has. Yet that's how y'all are pushing this agenda, like people are still getting beat up for being queer. That's a lie. You haven't, not for a long time. Not since the early 90s. I mean, 2000s came around. Nobody was getting beat anymore. Nobody was doing nothing of this stuff to y'all. But you act like it was, and now you want more rights, more rights. More rights than what? More rights than, you should have more rights than me? You should have more rights than my next door neighbor that's a heterosexual black man. You should have more rights than my other neighbor, which is a heterosexual white woman with children. What kind of rights do you want now? Exactly. I mean, you're not getting beat anymore like you were. You basically got the right to do what the fuck you want to do. You're throwing it out there in public with your fucking tits out and your ass out and talking about, you know, all the shit with kids, which has gone too far, way too far. What exactly is it you want now? I mean, I don't get it. You take my advice, man. Your sexual preference is your own. That's fine. But keep your sexual shit inside your own home, behind closed doors, and out of the public's fucking view. Who the fuck could ask for anything more than that? I mean, dude, I don't want to see a man and woman out there tonguing each other down in public and grabbing on each other, neither. I mean, I sure don't want to see y'all out there doing it. What the fuck is it that you want, man? I don't get it. You got all the same rights that everybody else has. And y'all ain't been getting beat for a long time. Nobody's been beaten queer bashing. Ain't nobody, I mean, as far as I know, there ain't been a whole lot of bum bashing, you know, neither. But with them trying to cause as much, it makes me wonder a lot with as much homeless people that they've done made over the past 3 years, since 2020. Thank you, COVID. Thank you, Fauci. Thank you, Biden. With all the homeless, it's making me wonder if that's not what they're trying to get going again, though, is bum bashing, which is basically people going out and beating homeless people up and hurting homeless people. It makes me wonder if that ain't why the whole purpose behind doing this, so that they could get that going again. I don't know. I know that Georgia Guidestone says that they got to get rid of a lot of people, and I believe that's what they have in their minds to do. But anyway, keep your sexual shit behind your closed doors at your own home and live your life, man. Have a good life. Just don't fucking be putting that shit out there in public like this, and everybody's gonna get along. I don't understand it. I really don't. I've not got nothing against queers. I'm not gay, and I haven't been. I've had a lot of friends that are, and I'm good with them. But, you know, I don't want to see that in public, and I don't want you pushing that on me. And I'm going to tell you now, and I'm as honest as I can be, I don't think I'll ever have this happen, but if I did, this is a very improbable thing, but could happen, you never know. But if some woman, or what I thought was some woman, ever came around and fucked with me and dated me, and especially, I don't have to have sex with them, just kiss me is all you'd have to do. And then afterward, let me know that you were born a man, I would take your life. I would take your life. So you better fucking let people know, heads up, before you go that far with them, that you were born a man, that you are transgender. You better let them know straight up ahead of time, because you put your tongue in my mouth, and I'm thinking you're a woman. I'm thinking you're a straight up woman. I don't care how you think of it. I don't care how you see it. I don't care how you identify. I don't care. I don't care. If you were born as a man with male genitalia, and no matter what surgeries or whatever hormone therapies you've had, it don't matter. If you ever fool me and then kiss me and put your tongue in my mouth, all right, I'm going to take your life. I'm going to kill you. If I have to go through hell when I die for taking a life, I'm good with that. If that happened to me, I'm just saying, it don't happen a lot, but I've heard of it happening. Here lately, I've heard of it happening. And if that happened to me, I'm letting you know, that's what I would do. So, please, understand, I'm okay with queer. I'm okay with you living the life you choose. But stop putting it in public. Stop putting it out for everybody. It's not for everybody. And it shouldn't be. Sex is not something that should be out in public, period, anyway. No matter if you're heterosexual, homosexual, whatever the fuck you are, you shouldn't be putting that in public. Nobody. I don't give a fuck if you're 47 like me, or if you're 21 like my son, or if you're 15 like my neighbor's kid. I don't give a fuck how old you are, what your preferences are. Keep it to yourself. Keep it in your own home, in your own bedroom. Anybody that you meet in public shouldn't go any farther than, hey, you know, I'm this or I'm that, and you're cute. You want to, let's talk. You know, me and you. Not the fucking camera and not the fucking rest of the world. Just me and you. I like you and you like me, and let's go talk. And then once it's coming close enough to the point to where you're ready to have sex with a person, take it to your fucking home and close the motherfucking door. Other than that, who gives a fuck what you do, man? I don't give a fuck. I couldn't care less that you're gay. That doesn't bother me. I'm still your friend. I'll still be your business associate if we have business together or whatever, but don't fool me. Don't try to fool me, and don't push your shit in my face, because it shouldn't be pushed in your face, nobody's face. This is bullshit, the whole way of the world. But the whole point of the whole thing anyway is for them to get us off on worrying about that, and worrying about racism, and worrying about all these other stupid ass shit, while they're out there draining people's adrenochrome, starting wars so they can feed the war machine, so that Biden can send billions and billions and billions of dollars to the fucking war machine's rich to line their pockets, and so fucking nobody's paying attention to the money that he's putting in his pocket that's coming from China, while he's steadily pushing bills and laws and agenda that furthers their fucking shit. You know what I mean? Treacherous motherfucker, man. And yet, how come all these people that do know about it, nobody's taking him out yet? Nobody's taking him to fucking pay for his shit. He's still in office. How is this possible? How is this possible? How in the fuck are y'all? How has he not been put handcuffs on yet and taken away and said, no, this cannot happen? How is that possible? The FBI is protecting him. The DOJ is the main ones. They're protecting him. That's Department of Justice for anyone who doesn't know. You won't have to look it up. DOJ is Department of Justice. All right? This world's crazy. This world's gone really crazy. People need to fucking wake up. We are 99% of 8 billion people. Over 8 billion people. We are the 99% of that, right? The 1% that is running all this, that is telling all of the fucking Bidens and the Putins and all the people that are supposed to be in control, but they're just following their orders. That 1%, that's them. They're the ones that's causing all this to happen. And the 99%, all of us that's out here having it happen to us, you telling me that 99% of us can't take the 1% over and make a change? We can't decide that the way we've been is not right? We need to make a change? Really? Yeah, they have zero gravity fucking flying machines. And they have ray weapons that they call death rays. And they have fucking mind control shit that they've worked on with all kinds of stuff. Look at Montauk. Look at the Philadelphia experiment. Look at Dreamland. Man, there's so many things that you can look at, and you just go research it, man. Look at their mind control stuff. MJ-12, the Majestic. There's so many things for you to look at. Just look at something, man. Get started. Because if we don't make a change real fucking soon, if it ain't already too late, it's going to be too late here real soon. We need to make a change before it is, if at all possible. Because if we don't, best case scenario is we still get to live through this, and then our great-grandchildren are paying up that ladder, the same ladder we're paying towards now, making them billionaires, and while we're sitting here with our lights cut off, in the hottest couple days that we've had in history that we know of, on record, we got our lights off, and we got 13 months behind on fucking rent, drinking tap water that we know they've been poisoning, breathing air right now that I've heard they've been poisoning. Comtrails is real too. There's a guy that fucking blew the whistle on that here. I saw that video just the other day. He blew the whistle on their Comtrails. He's one of their pilots that was doing it. But they're going to be paying for air to breathe. I mean, straight up buying it. You have to go to the store or order it, and they'll have to bring it to you by drone, drop it at your front door, and you're going to have to hook your little fucking tank up, put it on your fucking thing so you'll be breathing. Just to live on this planet, on this beautiful ass planet. The most beautiful planet that we know of anywhere out there so far. All while they sit back, eat filet mignon, eating adrenochrome out of fresh cut, harvested Look this shit up, y'all. Look this shit up. Start trying. At least trying real hard to I've been doing this for a long time. I've been studying for a long time. Even before now with cancer and using the internet to get my information, I was studying out of books. And now, thank God, I got the internet. It's really done a lot for me. It made it a lot easier for me to get information. But while we have the internet, and you still have it, you got the opportunity right now to get the same information that I've got. I mean, I've been doing it for a long time, and you're probably a few steps behind me, but it doesn't matter. Don't take long. Look at near-death experiences. Really look at near-death experiences. Once you've watched enough of those, you're going to realize that when we leave this body, we do not die. We are light beings. We are beings of consciousness. We rise up out of this body, and it's going to be great when you do, because this body really constrains us. It really constrains us compared to what we are. We're huge. We're fucking huge. I've seen us. I've personally seen us. I've seen a being, his knee was as tall as my head, and I'm 6'6". I'm 6'6". And that was probably a little one. That probably wasn't even a big one. That wasn't even a big one. But I don't know. I mean, that's the only one that I had a good size comparison for right there. The other things that I've seen and had happen has been more on, I didn't get a good size comparison. I'd have to explain these things to you, and I don't want you to think I'm any more crazy than you already think that I am anyway, because a lot of people think I'm crazy. I'm here to tell you I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy at all. I know truth. I know truth. And I search facts. And if you want to, once you start with the NDEs anyway, start with near-death experience, NDE, and quantum physics will help you to understand the truth behind that stuff. It will, very much. Quantum physics is hard to understand, but it's high science. It's very high science. But once you start understanding it, you're going to see for yourself, holy shit, this stuff, science is proving it. The experiments that they do, that's proving it. Look at the shit they're doing with CERN. The Large Hadron Collider. Look at the shit they're doing with that. Fuck. They're proving shit, man. They proving God is fucking real. You know what I mean? Come on. But look at near-death experiences, and then hopefully that'll branch you out. If you really need to, look at aliens and all the fucking latest, look at all the latest videos of all around the world people are taking of the UFOs. They're mainly ours. They're not out of this world. Even the ones that look crazy as shit. They're ours. Lockheed Martin. They're Lockheed Martin. They're Boeing. They're, hell, there's plenty other ones out there that's doing this work. Anyway, they're ours. Do your research. I love y'all. Have a good one.